All right, welcome back. So this is another ALEKS topic called balancing chemical equations with non-interfering coefficients. This is definitely a very good introduction topic to this idea of balancing chemical equations and how we would do that. Obviously, as we push this a little bit further, you're going to get more complicated examples, but we'll sort of get there when we get there. So what I've done is I've rewritten the equation that they've given, just so we have a little bit more space. And basically what we're asked to do is fill in what these coefficients should be so that this ends up being a balanced chemical equation. So I'm going to talk through sort of my thinking on what I'm looking for and going through this. The best piece of advice I can give is just sort of to go slow, do one thing at a time, and feel free to sort of go back and forth, right? Guess and check, guess and check. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So when I see this, the first thing I'm going to look at is I notice that this N2, I've got 2 nitrogens on this side and I only have 1 on this side at this point in time. I also notice my hydrogens aren't balanced yet. But again, I'm just going to try to do one thing at a time. Since I've got N2 on this side, I'm going to start by putting a 2 here so that my nitrogens will balance out. 2 nitrogens on this side, 2 nitrogens on this side, right? The whole point of this is that we have the same number of atoms on each side. Now I've got 6 hydrogens on this side, so I need to make sure that I end up with 6 hydrogens total on this side, so I can put a 3 there. So now I've got 2 nitrogens, 6 hydrogens on this side. I've got 2 nitrogens and 6 hydrogens on this side. That's what we're looking for, right? And then if I leave this blank, that means 1, but I could also put in a 1 there. Either way is totally fine. So let's do one more example just to sort of get us solidified in this topic. So here, again, we've got iron oxide, and then this iron and another oxygen. So when I'm looking at this, you might initially sort of say, well, I've got 2 irons here. I'm going to put 2 irons here. But I notice that my oxygens are also unbalanced. And I notice that I've got an odd number of oxygens over here. And over here, since this is O2, if I put a 2 here, or a 3 here, or 4 here, or whatever, this is always going to be an even number. So I know before I mess with this iron, I know that I need to sort of say, well, this is going to be at minimum a 2 because I need to get to an even number of oxygens on this side. This side has to have an even number of oxygens because it's O2. I'm going to start by putting a 2 here to say, well, I'm going to have 4 total irons on this side and then 6 oxygens, therefore I'm going to need a 3 here. So this one's definitely a little more complicated, right? And if you sort of go down the wrong path at first, that's okay. You just sort of need to figure out, okay, well, now I realize, I need to have 2 of these. I need to fix my iron, what I did initially or whatever. But just some little tricks to help you get started with this concept of balancing chemical equations.